It is now June, and we're waiting on the imminent release of the Pixel 4a. Introduced last year, this new take on the fabulous Pixel formula was a low-cost look with impressive capabilities. The 3a was a great value for money device that we certainly recommended people pick up if budgets didn't allow for the more expensive devices on the market. And while we wait, we thought it would be great to take a step back and look at where Pixel came from and how we got to where we are today. They came directly after the much-loved Nexus line seemed to be lagging behind. Android fans had wanted a device that was direct from Google that would compete with Apple and Samsung for a while. While the Nexus line was good, the issues that plagued the 5X and 6P were enough to keep it from large-scale success. Plus, the general marketing was that it was much more of a power user device, not so much a phone that non-techies would enjoy. And at their Made by Google event in 2016, Google announced their first premium flagship that they called Pixel. This was a big deal for hardcore Android fans as it showed that Google was ready to take on the big players in the mobile market. And in fact, in their launch video, they made a strong dig at Apple for ditching the headphone jack. This new brand essentially reused their old Chromebook Pixel name, but revamped it. Later in 2017, they would launch the Pixelbook, which carried a lot of the same design language of the Pixel phone line. Easily the biggest news around the Google Pixel was how good the camera was. It took the smartphone market by storm as review after review came out praising the camera. The detail, saturation, auto exposure, it was all there. Ultimately, it set a new bar for mobile imaging. As a bit of a side note, since the Pixel launched with some exclusive features such as the launcher and Google Assistant, developers and tinkerers began to explore ways to unlock these features to any device. A little while after launching, the app Launcher made its debut, promising to bring a customizable Pixel launcher to any Android phone. Of course, the Google Assistant later rolled out to all devices. In 2017, the Pixel 2 was launched. Again, the Pixel 2 proved to be a leader in mobile photography, boasting a 98 on DxOMark. The device sported some impressive OIS and EIS, allowing for gimbal-like footage. Despite making a dig at Apple for ditching the headphone jack only a year prior, Google followed Apple's footsteps and removed the headphone jack in their 2017 handsets as well. The Pixel 2 and 2 XL had rather poor displays. Many commented on how desaturated and distorted the OLED displays looked, plus burn-in plagued many users. The 2 XL screen was particularly bad, with some serious off-axis blue shift. Google later released a collection of updates that would attempt to combat these issues, such as a more vibrant screen mode and fading out the navigation bar when not in use, but it still was an issue for many users, myself included. Just before the Pixel 2 launch, a rumor surfaced that an even more powerful and premium Pixel was also going to be announced at the Made by Google event. Labeled the Pixel Ultra, this device was supposed to be a third Pixel and act as a kind of a high-end premium addition to the lineup. However, this rumor was quickly discredited as the source of the leak eventually said so themselves. Funnily enough, Google made a nod towards this leak in the form of an on-screen Easter egg during their presentation. In 2018, we saw the release of the Pixel 3. In this round of devices, a very controversial notch made its way onto the front of the larger Pixel. The smaller Pixel sported some thinner bezels and no notch, however. Despite most competitors going for a dual camera setup in their new offerings, the Pixel held onto the single camera approach. Utilizing machine learning and Google's advanced image processing, Google said that their single camera unit would be as good or better than the dual camera arrays. Of course, Google would release the Pixel 4 a year later with dual cameras. In a surprising turn of events, Google released a new model in the Pixel line with a focus towards the budget-conscious audience. Called 3A, this Pixel brought the high-end Pixel experience and incredible camera to the $400 price bracket. Obviously, there were caveats such as a lack of IP rating, no wireless charging, an average battery life, and no large storage options, but generally speaking, it was a great option for the average user. Finally, we come to 2019, when the Google Pixel 4 and 4 XL were released. One of the biggest new features here was the removal of the fingerprint sensor and the switch to Face Unlock. Additionally, the displays now featured a 90Hz refresh rate, which was a welcome upgrade. One unique feature that these Pixels introduced was Project Soli, which allowed users to utilize Jedi-like gestures for controlling basic things like playback. While it was pretty fun, ultimately it felt more like a gimmick than anything else. And now we're awaiting the launch of the Pixel 4a, which is rumored to be a headphone jack slinging beast. With COVID and the human rights protests, it is seemingly being pushed back from its original launch date of a little while ago. Well, that's it for this video. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up as that helps a lot. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to the Android Police channel. If you'd like to subscribe to my personal channel as well, feel free to click on my face here. My name is Jackson Hayes, and this is Android Police.